Good afternoon, everybody. This Monday afternoon at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, it's been a terrific day, and we got some terrific news that we wanted to share with you right away. So Tammy and I wanted to join you.
Hey everyone, it's great to be with you today.
You're kind of going in and out, Tammy.
Oh, okay.
Yep. I will
Take it from here then.
Take it from here for a second. Just wanted to give time for some people to jump on, but we've got good numbers. Comments are starting to flow through here. Good morning here on Rocks. Gary, Melissa, Terry, Jeff, hello to your group of people. Don't want to take a lot of your time on this Monday afternoon. We have a few updates that we can provide you since we're already going to be live, but the important one is to give you an update on the Unlock Michigan campaign. I talked to you a couple weeks ago about an update in the fact that they had at least started the process by reviewing the number of signatures. They took some random pages and did some verification, basically to identify what percentage of the pages looked to be accurate. And it was an unbelievable 97.2% of the pages were verified as being filled out properly. Now, what that meant was that there was one county at the top that the circulator filled out their information, checked the boxes properly on the entire page, where sometimes, as you were told, if it didn't have one county on there, the whole page could get thrown out. So we had very, very few pages thrown out of the 86,000 pages that were turned in. That was process number one. Process number two was to take a random sampling of 500 signatures and then go through them with a fine-tooth comb to find out whether those individuals were quality. Did they fill them out properly, to get an idea of what is the percentage of quality signatures? And we just knew there might be games played at that step. At the same time, simultaneously, they offer a 10-day period for people to put in complaints. And again, I'd mentioned to you there were two main complaints. Both of them were by liberal hack groups and organizations, one called Keep Michigan Safe. If you will recall, Keep Michigan Safe were the same people who sent a letter to the UAW that demanded that they decline to sign, that they show up and harass citizens that were doing these, and that we were seeking to take the power away from the governor at a time when she was saving lives. And you're darn right, we're trying to take the power away from the governor. These people have never left. They're raising money to reelect this governor, to keep her in office for 6 more years. And so if you don't think they're going to continue to be at it or keep at it, they certainly are. The other one is an attorney who represents liberal PACs, and again, we can call them hacks. And that particular group, it also wrote a letter saying that we had illegal people doing the signatures, and people were not from the right jurisdictions, and all kinds of crap, honestly, that was thrown out there. So are you back, Tammy?
I think so.
You are. You're perfect. Okay. Things are going good. Say hello to everybody. Have a few
Hey everyone.
Before we get going.
I see all the comments. It's great to be with you today. I don't know if I just have spotty internet today or what, but it's great to see you all, and I'm seeing the comments. And sorry about, I did see somebody commented, I didn't get an email, no notice. No, we just got some news today. And so just about an hour ago, Ron called me with some good news. So we figured we would come on live and share with you the latest updates, and just do a little quick informational encouragement for you.
And we do have a new Facebook page. Again, we're not leaning on it, but we're going to use it, every bit of it, as long as we possibly can, because lives like this can be simulcast through there, as well as our YouTube channel. And if you subscribe to the YouTube channel and you ask for notifications, you should get a notification an hour in advance or when we schedule a live. Secondly, if you're on our Facebook page, that is Stand Up We the People. Easiest way to find it is go to our website, standupmichigan.com. Do it right now while I'm talking. Standupmichigan.com, and click on the Facebook link at the top, just the Facebook button. Once you do, it will take you directly to the Facebook page that is Stand Up We the People. Click like and follow, and please click on the number and invite all of your friends. We need those numbers to grow so that more people will get notifications when we do lives like this one. So we're going to get right to it here directly, hot off the press, Secretary of State's staff office. First thing is that the Bureau of Elections has recommended that the Board of State Canvassers certify the Unlock Michigan petition finally.
Yay,
Now,
you guys did it.
it's amazing. Now, we're not out of the woods yet. Trust me, there'll be legal challenges and things going on, but this is a gigantic step for many reasons. And I'm going to go through those based on the staff letter and the details provided here. So we ended up providing 82,739 sheets of signatures, which were a total of 538,345. Included in this sampling is 82,391. What this means is that out of the 82,379 or 739, excuse me, there were only 300 and some sheets out of 82,000 that were discounted as a sheet entirely. That meant we were at 97.2% available good signatures. The next thing they did was they grabbed and randomly pulled out what they call 500 signatures, and the results of those samples determines whether there are sufficient level of confidence in the results to immediately recommend certification or a denial of the certification. If the results of a small sampling indicates a close call, a second random sampling is done, and then it goes forward so that you understand how that is. So here, the first stage sample of 506 signatures was drawn from the universe of 536,731 signatures. Of those, 434 were considered valid. 72 of the signatures were considered invalid. 2 challenges were timely filed, and this is where we go to the Unlock Michigan petitions from sufferers from formatting defects and contain insufficient signatures. Keep Michigan Safe filed a challenge identifying 178 of the 546 that it claimed were invalid, allegedly that the board's petition and signature review procedures were not properly promulgated under the Administrative Procedural Act. So this is one that they threw up. And on April 14th, Keep Michigan Safe filed a suit in the Court of Claims against the Board of Secretary of State on similar grounds. The Supreme Court of the state of Michigan denied that, by the way. They threw up the exact same claim they made that was already shot down, by the way, completely unanimously by the Supreme Court. With respects to the claim the petition summary is confusing or misleading, the Board of State Canvassers may not consider that challenge to be sufficient of a submitted petition on the basis of the summary being misleading or deceptive if the summary was approved before circulation of the petitions. In other words, they understand that the entire Board of Canvassers approved the petitions as given, so there is no ability for them to be able to complain a problem with that. Keep Michigan Safe challenged 168 signatures of the 500, and the staff rejected only 110 of those, and 57 of those challenges were overlapped and were considered to be potentially invalid. Those are where the numbers came from. Unlock Michigan attempted to rehabilitate 64 of those signatures, and only 11 of those were upheld. So here is where it comes down to, and again, it's about numbers, and it's all about the 500, because if this numbers or percentage are there, they simply do the math. And so that's what they've done, is they have done the math. So valid signatures were 338 or more. Formula results in certification. The sample results were a total of 434 valid signatures out of 526. The estimated number of valid signatures, therefore, contained in the petition, based on the results of this random sample, it is estimated that this petition contains 460,000 valid signatures at a confidence level rate of 100%. Did you hear that? Read that again. Based on the results of the random sampling, it is estimated the petition contains 460,358 valid signatures at a confidence level of 100%. A surplus then exists of 120,000 signatures over the minimum number required in Article 2, Section 9 of the Michigan Constitution. The staff therefore recommends that the board certify the petitions contained as sufficient number of valid signatures exist.
You guys are rock stars. This is all you. You guys did this. We were able to connect you with the Unlock campaign, but you guys did it. We were out there with you, but I am just blown away by Michiganders and how you responded and how you did things so properly and so accurately. This is historic. You guys have made history, not just here in the state of Michigan, but nationwide. It's amazing. This is remarkable.
And when you guys say spectacular, so proud, uh,
Yeah.
it's Michigan and what we do.
Yeah.
As we said to you during the whole process of getting these signatures, the amount of volunteers, the amount of work, the how you listened, how you made sure that we were dotting the i's and crossing the t's. The 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 word is from the people on our side of this issue is that the valid signature rate and the surplus of valid signatures in this amount of time is historic. We've talked about this throughout the last few months, but we knew the numbers were astronomical. And what we're saying is that it's because of you. It had nothing to do with us other than Unlock Michigan creating the legal avenue to get it done, providing the money and avenue to produce and print these and turn them in and put them in a proper perspective, put them in boxes and turn them in. And we were there to tell you what we were seeing, what we were hearing on the ground, share with you the pictures, the things that you guys did, but you did the work. We didn't do the work. We did probably what you did. We got a handful. We got 40, 50, 100 signatures from people we knew, but there are people of you out there that got 1,000 signatures. It's unbelievable, and it shows the anger, the frustration, the commitment that you have to the rule of law, the commitment that you have to the state of Michigan, to returning the checks and balances, to getting this governor on notice that we're not going to stand for this anymore. This letter came out literally in just in the last couple of hours. We had to come on here and tell you about it. And so now I want to give you what is next in the steps and process, because you won't hear this necessarily very many places, because I want you to know that there will be potentially some roadblocks. Here's where they are. The next step is on the 22nd, 3 days from now, is when the board is expected to meet. That would be when they would validate the signatures and then forward it to the legislature. And we know that they're waiting for this to be done, right? They've
And this
talked
is the canvassing board, correct?
to be the canvassing
Yes.
board. Now, there already has been, by this Keep Michigan Safe and by one of these Democratic lawyers, have already filed to try and stop the board of canvassers from meeting Thursday. We don't want you to meet. There's several reasons you should not get together. One of those being that there was a suit filed through the Attorney General's office in order for her to do a complete investigation of the people that circulated these petitions, and they were not valid circulators and whatever. Now, you know that's a bunch of crap, but we also know that Dana Nessel does not want to see us succeed. She will do anything. Now, she doesn't need to even look at the petitions for the November election. She doesn't even need to investigate the nursing home deaths at all in Michigan. There's nothing to see here. But do not count it against her to say that we need to look into something here further. Now, we're hoping that she sees the ignorance in that effort, especially with the work that you did. But don't put anything by her in trying to stop them from meeting or putting a halt on this. But all that's going to do, again, is fuel everything it is that we're doing. That's number one. Number two, they could have their meeting and get deadlocked 2-2. Remember, there are 2 Democrats and 2 Republicans that sit on this board of canvassing. Now, they all 4 agreed on the language. They all 4 agreed when we turned them in, and they know that the Supreme Court of the state of Michigan said that this law was completely 100% unconstitutional. They know that as well. They also know that we turned these in time, well in time, and now they know that it has been recommended to them at such a giant rate of return that we have 30% in excess of what's necessary. But they are Democrats. They could have pressure. They could agree to say we're going to deadlock 2-2 and cause that to go into a legal, got to go get a judge basically to go through that. That could happen. The third scenario is they go ahead and do their job. It goes to the legislature, and then this suit that is being filed with Nessel gets thrown back up, and she says, I forbid the legislature from voting on this and taking this law away until an investigation is complete or until a lawsuit is potentially heard back at the Supreme Court. Now, remember, the Supreme Court already struck this down when this was up, but we have a different Supreme Court now. We have a 4-3 liberal court. Now, will they overturn see or overdo a Supreme Court that voted 6-1 against the governor going against that ruling? Will they do it because some of these same people were on that 6-1? Will they go against the 7-0 that she operated against the law in 1945 law? We don't believe that would be the case. But again, we cannot guarantee you anything that would go forward from there. So what we're saying is that we're being cautiously optimistic. But what we are here to tell you is that you did the work, you did the job, we did our part as citizens. We did the job that almost has never been done in a quantity and quality and amount of time, and we've done it all, and it has been validated. You have been validated, and the language on the petitions have been validated. All those things were thrown out. We can't control what they choose to try and throw up right now, but we're believing, and we're going to continue to put the pressure on because they know that if we have to, we will show up in ungodly numbers before them. Ungodly numbers like they've never seen before in Lansing if they were to attempt to take away what you did as citizens in order to get rid of this law once and for all.
That's right. We've done it before. We've shown up. You guys have been rallying and you've been showing up in numbers. You showed up in numbers and you got this done. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to discredit you and the voice of we the people, the work that you did. Michigan allows for legal citizen-led petition initiatives. You did it. You did it legally. You did it properly. So what they're trying to do is take away your voice and say what you did doesn't matter. It doesn't count. And we're not going to let them get away with that.
No. And now we have the Board of Canvassers who voted 4-0 in favor of the language. Now we have the staff who has voted and says that we have 460,000 100% signatures. So there's nothing to be said there. We've got the Constitution of the state of Supreme Court of Michigan, who ruled that the law was unconstitutional. Now tell me, all of those things added up. Why would you put another dime of energy or effort into destroying what it is that is legally been done by you? But we all know that our governor, our Secretary of State, and our Attorney General don't stand for the rule of law, period. That's the bottom line. So we don't know where it'll go from here. What we can tell you is that because you have the confidence and the boldness to spread the word that what you did was done properly, was done in an amazing way, we are coming for that law. As we said 1 year ago, we just got some stuff sent to us from Tony and a few of our crew that it was 1 year ago this past Sunday when Stand Up Michigan and the name and the brand were put together, when the organization and structure was put together, not the Facebook group, but the organization Stand Up Michigan. And 1 year ago, that was being created. And now today, we have results of what you have accomplished and what we talked about for months during the very beginning, the couple of months about getting rid of that law was the second thing we had to do. Once we opened up, we didn't have any idea we wouldn't be opened up a year later. And so we have pivoted, as you know, and we're moving towards counties. So I want to let Tammy now, as we go forward from this, give you a little heads up on what's happening in the stand-up counties and then what we need you to do from here so that you can be a part of it.
Yeah, so it has been really amazing as we have built the structure of the organization. It's really remarkable if you think about it. This past year, every day has felt like a year, right? We've lived through a nightmare. But when you look back, and it's only been 1 year that Stand Up Michigan has been in existence, and we've been able to build so much organization and structure and credibility in this short amount of time. And 1 year ago, Sunday, we actually Tony sent us some drawings of the little logos that he was working on. And I mean, it's just amazing if you think about it. It's miraculous. It's just the Lord. What has been able to be accomplished in 1 year. A year's not very long. So it's been really cool because this past Sunday, we were at Emmanuel Baptist Church in Corona with Pastor Jason Georges, who is a board member with Stand Up Michigan at his church. And we had that church packed out for our Mid-East Regional County kickoff meetings. And we had 6 counties that I know of that were represented there in that region. And it was remarkable. I think we had about 350 people because that's how much the church holds. It was pretty much packed. It was just remarkable that 1 year ago on that Sunday, we were just drawing logos on napkins and getting together and talking about Stand Up Michigan, formally organizing. So it's pretty amazing. So where we're going from here, we've gotten, I think now 15, if I have them counted properly, counties that we have covered with the kickoff meetings. And where we're going from here is they're just starting to pop up all over now because we're very structured. We've got training resources. We've got a guidebook for the county chapter leaders. We've got videos that you can watch of how to host a meeting, Robert's Rules of Order, so you know how to keep proper meeting minutes as proper documentation. And we're doing monthly meetings with the leaders of each county chapter to stay connected, to answer questions and concerns, just to keep the ball rolling, because every county that we've gotten up and running is in a little bit different place right now. Charlevoix County was our very first county chapter that we launched, and they've been meeting for a couple of months now, and so they're really moving along nicely. And then we've just gotten different chapters along the way starting to pop up. Oakland County, I just got a message today from their leader. They just had their first formal meeting last night. And so those of you that are already signed up as chapter leaders, you will be getting another email from me today for next steps. And then we're going to be meeting again next month. And by next month, we're going to have Lenawee County, which is tomorrow night. Those of you down in Lenawee County, we're meeting tomorrow night. If you go to the website and look at our event pages, you'll have the details. And an email went out as well just a short time ago with the directions and the address to where the Lenawee County chapter kickoff will be. And then let's see, where are we going from there? There's so many popping up. I need to remember. I think
Ottawa?
next
Is it
Tuesday.
the Ottawa meeting?
Yeah, I think
that?
it's next Tuesday. We're meeting. It's a preliminary meeting. It's not a formal chapter kickoff. But the Ottawa County Patriots Group is hosting a meeting called, and it's a forum. It's Stand Up for Freedom Forum. And we're going to be the keynote speakers at the end of that. We'll have a table run, and I will both be there. We'll be talking about those in Ottawa County who've been waiting for your chapter. You can look on the website again and the address. It's going to be at Lighthouse Baptist Church in Holland. There will be several speakers there, and then we will be wrapping it as the keynote speakers, and then we will be taking names and signups there for those who want to be involved in the county chapter, the Ottawa County Stand Up chapter, and trying to identify potential leaders. And then we'll follow up with you to get a formal county kickoff going from there. So that's in the works. And then we're looking at, let's see, Wayne County is coming May 15. Did I miss one before that, Ron? I don't think so. Wayne County is May 15. That has not been put on our event page yet, but it will be on the calendar on our website, and you'll also get an email. And then let's see, Marquette. We've got Marquette County coming May 16. And so we will be, getting with all of these different county chapters. I also have Kent County. I'm speaking with the leaders, and after Thursday, Ron will be meeting with some of the potential leaders on Thursday. We'll have a date set for Kent County after this week, Thursday. So keep an eye on that. And of course, we're going to be keeping you all posted via emails. We have a Google Calendar on our website now, so keep an eye on that because we're posting all of these things. Really, all we need is for a group of people who are already maybe meeting, and they just want to formalize and take the bull by the horns and maybe formalize a county chapter and step up and be the leadership. That's all we need is a group of people who are already getting together to be willing to host and start a chapter, county chapter. And if you just contact us and let us know, I was just talking with someone from Montcalm County last night, and she said we were actually messaging while she was in a meeting with a group of people, and she said, well, we'll do it. We'll be the county chapter people. So I have to follow up with her today, and we're going to be getting Montcalm County kicked off here probably in the next week. So this is how it's coming about, and it's coming about quickly. So it's exciting where we're going, but now the great news is we've taken the time to build this organization with structure, and we have training resources. And so now we can just start popping these county chapters up and get you guys off and running, because we know it is we the people who are the solution, right? It's us who are the solution. And while Ron and I will continue to feed you information from both the national connections and the national relationships that we have, and the statewide grassroots connections that we have with the Michigan Frontliners groups and what's going on in the legislature, we will continue to feed you that information. And then you now can roll up your sleeves and get busy and start making a difference in your local communities on the county level. And then that information can trickle up to us from you as we get together with these monthly county chapter leadership teams and groups. Then you can be informing us of what is happening in your local counties and your local levels as we inform you of calls to action and things like that happening at the state and national levels. So now I think we are going to make a really big difference here in the next year. I really do believe, because we have all of the structure in place and the organization and the training resources available for you, because we have all of this in place. And these county chapters are getting up and running so quickly now. I think we're going to change the face of Michigan in the next year, over 2021. When we get into 2022, Michigan is going to be a completely different place because of you all organizing at the local levels.
So what we're asking is for you understand again, it's not to just identify you by county in order for you to be available, so we can simply get a hold of you by county to show up at some large event in your area or region. We're going to have you. Our goal right now is 500 people per county identified as Stand Up Michigan team members. We know there'll be many more in some counties, and some counties may push to get to 500. The idea would be those 500 will be working in various committee areas within your county and putting pressure on school boards and county commission and township boards and whatever it is to make sure that locally you're being heard. But more importantly, right now is to help your community and your county recover. We want to do positive things in your county so that you're identified, and so we have goodwill and we have good respect and we have good reputation in your area, not just to complain, but to support each other, to support those small businesses that have been struggling, to support those parents that are trying to unmask your kids in school and things like that. And we're going to also be be encouraging you to do things and support your police departments and any other ways that you can. So we're creating lots of ideas and activities for you within your county. If you are already, and I see a lot of people here, what about Ingham County? What about here? If you have a small group that's already meeting, a patriotic, freedom-oriented group, send us an email at info@standupmichigan.com and tell us what county you're in and that you're already meeting and you want to get started. Do not wait for us to have a big kickoff meeting. A lot of these counties already were having small group pod meetings, and then we're bringing them together to grow into larger numbers. We want you to identify as a group of people who already are Stand Up Michigan followers or grassroots leaders who were involved in the Unlock Michigan campaign or whatever it might be. And whether it's Muskegon, I saw some people talking about there were 3 or 4 other counties, and they said, we want to get started right away. So we've actually printed these little stickers. They say, we the people are the solution. We're going to offer a couple of sizes of these. And once your county's set up, we're going to be giving you these for you to be able to do things. If you provided a pay it forward at a coffee shop, you're going to put these on the mug. If you took cookies to the police department or your school board or whoever it might be to create some goodwill, you're going to say, this came from our Stand Up Michigan chapter. We're going to encourage you to do things like river cleanups, park cleanups, whatever it might be to help raise money for an area or something within your community. If you have a farmer's market, set up a booth there, a Stand Up Michigan booth at that area, and encourage and recruit more people. And our guide will help you along the process and way. Look, you're going to be identified like a team, wearing your gear, standing up together to help your community recover, because remember, the solution only comes from we the people. It will never come from the government. They will never print enough money for our community to be able to recover. And that's what we're going to do. Churches, stand up. We need to do this and identify places for you to meet. So if you have a place to meet with 12 people, 25 people, start having meetings right now and let us know you're holding them. If you already are, come under the umbrella of Stand Up Michigan, and we'll give you the information, the tools, and the resources necessary for you to get kicked off quicker than we can certainly attend 83 county meetings.
Yeah, and I also just want to address, there are some people who have said on here, there's been several comments, I signed up for such and such county, but I never heard anything. So don't worry, don't despair. We know that you're there. We've had a lot of signups, but at the same time, we can't kick off 83 counties at the same time. So what we're doing, like Ron said, those groups that have kind of formed or stood up, when we have a group that we know can take the lead, then we will kick off a county chapter meeting. So just because you haven't heard from us doesn't mean that your county is not coming. Like I said, we've only been kicking off these counties now for about a month, and we've already got about 15 that we've done the kickoffs with. So start getting together with people. And then when you get a group of people, we just met with, gosh, I'm trying to even think of what county it was. It's terrible. With the group that was meeting in the living room, the 12 families. I've got an email drafted for them.
That was Berry County, wasn't it?
That's
Berry
right.
County.
That's right. Some of you may be on here. It was great.
Fantastic group from Berry County.
Yeah, it was 12, 15 families that were getting together, and they were just kind of having their own little once a month meetings. And somebody just reached out to us and said, hey, we're interested in getting together with Stand Up Michigan and maybe forming a chapter out of our little meeting with a bunch of people that we're doing. That's all it takes. We just need to have a group of people to be able to pull the trigger. So you start the group. You start meeting with like-minded people, whether it's your Bible study, your women's Bible study group, whatever it is, your book club, whatever. Get a group of like-minded people and then reach out to us and let us know. And then when we do find people and then we do kick off that county chapter, we are sending out emails to people who have signed up in that county so that when we do get a location and a time and a group together, then everybody that has signed up in that county will be contacted. So just because you haven't heard anything, that does not mean your county chapter is not coming. So just FYI on that.
And these stickers are going to be available almost immediately. We're just getting the smaller ones printed. These are 3-inch stickers. These are made like if you took again a platter of cookies or did a pay it forward and you delivered these to the police department or to whoever it is that you want to do as goodwill for your community, maybe a senior home, whatever it is, just letting people know that Stand Up Michigan is doing positive things in our community. That's an important thing. To change the hearts and minds of people around us, we have to do positive things. We can't just complain. I read here, and trust me, we are fighting every one of these mandates. We're fighting every one of these. The legislature is going to be fighting also as much as we can at every level. You'll hear a lot more about that in the near future as we're fighting everything that this governor is trying to do. But we've got to rally together by community so that you have strength in numbers. A group of you want to go to a grocery store or a place without these on, you're going to be able to do that together. And that is going to be power in numbers. It gives strength to other people. And those are kind of things that you're going to be able to do once you're identifying people in your own community who believe like we do. And you know, the majority of the state of Michigan, the majority of the counties voted in favor of liberty and freedom. They did not vote for these mandates. They did not vote for Biden. They did not vote for our governor, attorney general, or secretary of state. And so we are going to boldly proclaim ourselves in giant numbers to change the dynamics of the state of Michigan for good so that we, the people's voices, will be heard, not randomly across a screen like this, but in person. That's how we change things, when you do it in person with people that you recognize there. So I know we don't want to take up a lot more of your time. Do you have anything else to add?
Yeah, I'm seeing some comments here. Where do we sign up again? Thank you. Where do we sign up? So go to our website, standupmichigan.com, and you will see Stand Up Counties. There's a tab at the top that says Stand Up Counties. Just hover over that. There will be, the drop-down menu, and then you can just sign up, provide your name, your phone, your email, and all of that contact information so that when we're ready to pull the trigger in your county, or when your county chapter leader would like to send out an email to everyone in their chapter, then you will be included on those emails. So that's where you can sign up. And there's a lot of questions also about the newest mandates and the mask mandates, the extension of that. And trust me, we're on that. That's my world. Those of you that know me know that is my world, and I'm on that. Ron and I have been talking strategically about that this morning. I have been talking with several of the legislators. You're going to hear more about this. We're not letting this go. And we are going to work with the legislature to put some calls to action together and things like that. So we're on it. Stay tuned. We'll keep you posted when we have a call to action for you on that.
So in the meantime, just go and join at the stand-up counties, and it'll also be identify you by region. So when we have an event, again, if you see an event going on like this Ottawa County Patriots and you're in Kent County or Muskegon County, come. We can take your name and start a chapter getting things rolling. You don't have to wait till we meet in your county. If you want to drive to the neighboring county when we have a meeting, we had, I think, 12 or 13 counties show up at our Oakland County chapter meeting. So we literally have expanded that and blown that up. We welcome those kind of meetings. In the meantime, if you want to get something started, I know we got a couple emails today from people saying, I've got a group here in my county. I'm ready to go. How do I connect with you? We will get with you and make sure you get things started right away. And then you can help plan your county kickoff there. We're just trying to identify members and leaders so we can control the message moving forward.
Yep. So thank you, everybody, for joining us. We are going to be working as hard as we can to continue to keep you posted and informed. A lot of our energy now is just focused on working with you locally and identifying those groups and getting these chapter counties up and running. So we're just going to continue to keep you updated and informed on different things. We're starting to plan some events, and we're going to have some calls to action here coming up soon. So stay tuned. And keep doing what you can do. Keep connecting with those in your local community now and try to build a group, and then reach out to us, and we'll keep you connected with those at your chapter county level as well.
And the final thing is, before we say goodbye, is go to our website. If you haven't liked and followed the Stand Up Michigan, it's actually called Stand Up We the People, but it is Stand Up Michigan Facebook page. Go to the website, click on the Facebook link at the top, the button. You'll see it right there. It'll take you right to that page. Like and follow it. And please invite all of your like-minded friends to join and follow, and also have them do the same thing, because we need that number to get up so we can connect you, especially for these lives and when we have calls to action. So everybody have a fantastic evening. Sign up by your county. It's going to be up to you now in your own county to make a difference, but we want pictures of everything you're doing in the name of this brand to stand up for freedom and liberty, because together we're going to change the state of Michigan. Have a great evening, and we'll talk to you again soon.